Ah. Oh, okay. That's a bit annoying. Oh well, guess I gotta do something else. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLab, and this is Football Manager the 2021 Rescuing Sheffield Wednesday save. Now, you may be wondering, why am I looking at this and how do we even get to a situation where we can have a work permit application rejected? Well, we were going to spend 300,000, which sounds like a lot when you think that that was practically my entire transfer budget, right? Well, he's Serbian. I was trying to sign him. Turns out I couldn't sign him because of a work permit, and I decided actually not worth the risk. We couldn't play him anyway for 120 days, so I thought it was not worth the trouble, not worth the risk. We've made some signings, we've made some other things as well. And I'm going to actually quickly go to the finances because, well, we got 10.9 million, all because of something that my chairman did, that the chairman did at the end of the season, and that was invest 8 million into the bank at the end of the season. So immediately we were looking pretty good. Then I did something more. Let's see the transfers for insight as to why. Okay, so this wasn't planned. I will 100% admit this. Selling Wildsmith was not planned. I was hoping to keep hold of him at the end of the season, but he started making noise about wanting to go after I turned down an offer for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough wanted him, they signed him, and we only got 45k for him, which isn't a lot, and I'm a bit annoyed by that. And I do feel a little embarrassed at the fact that we've let him go for cheaply, but I didn't play him last year at all. Like, I probably only played him once. I didn't even play him in the cup games, so I didn't play him at all. So he was second choice keeper as it was behind Dawson, but it's still slightly annoying that we lost this guy because I think he could be a really good backup, but it is what it is. And we began 90k afterwards. Also, I'm just going to show you the transfer list here. So, yeah, we've made £1 million, and most of it's come from this guy. Julian Borna has gone to Derby for 600,000, going up to 750,000. So, I will say, was it ideal? Was it the best move? I mean, he got 9.75, so a 6.97 last season. He got a goal and he got 2 player of the match performances. But yeah, we've sold Borna for 150,000. We let Palmer go for 300,000. I got up to 400,000. Jordan Rhodes also left. So that was a thing. We also let go of a number of players, including Kieran Westwood, who is still not found at the club yet, and he was being paid 30,000 a week. So immediately 30,000, and then another 35,000 in Rhodes. That's already looking £65,000 in wages gone down, and all of a sudden our wages don't look so bad. And considering we just got Josh Sims on a free and only paying him £9,000 a week, I'm looking at this and thinking we can make a lot of money with this situation. He's worth 2.4 million. I'm definitely going to play him because he's good enough to be in our first team. I'm excited to see where we can go with him, honestly. He's only scored for Doncaster. He literally went on loan to Doncaster in League One and got 6 goals, 6 assists. And yet I think he could be a starting player for us. Both wingers. He can play both wingers and can play in the middle too if we wanted him to. He's very, very good. We brought Will Huffer to replace our goalkeeper that left us, and is he the best? No, but considering he was at Bradford Park Avenue of all places, yes, that is literally where he was at the beginning of the season. He's a pretty decent goalkeeper, I think, for a free transfer. Again, 3.6 grand. I'm actually paying him less than I was other goalkeeper, Wildsmith, so that's a thing. Now, we actually had made some signings and transfers. Nathan Markello. Bought him for 185,000. He's worth 1.1 million and he's being paid 7.25 grand a week. I tell you now, I think this is a bargain. I really do think this is a bargain, especially when you realise he can become a better player too. He can play as a ball-winning midfielder, both defend and support, and he's a roaming playmaker too if I want him to be. Is he the best? He's very well-rounded. Very, very well-rounded. Physicals, he's probably got a lot of speed, and I don't really see a major weakness in his game. Oh, apart from the movement, but yeah, positioning and movement, can be picked up by his opponents easily, but that's literally the only issue that you can really say about him. He's a very well-rounded midfielder. He wants to play as a Mazzala, but I could also see him playing as a shadow striker too. But off the ball, could work on that. If we can work on that, that'd be nice. But yeah, advanced playmaker support, I think he can work it very well. Is he the best? Passing and vision could work on that. So, actually, can we work on this? How can I get his off-the-ball stuff to work? Hold on. Okay, here we go. So, anticipation and decisions. I think we can get his off-the-ball stuff to improve. That'd be good. Yeah, the last signing we've made was Brandon Barker. We signed him for about, what, 110,000? Yeah, 110,000. He's worth 220,000. Fringe player, backup. 4 Sims, who could also become a very good player if we give him the game time. Again, it's one of those players. He was worth the punt, I think. Not the best player in the world. He's got pace, but hasn't got much else with it. And inside forwards and inverted winger, kind of what I'm looking for, to be honest with you. So, if we can play him on both sides, it's very, very good indeed. And for me, that is the ideal situation to be in. Only concern is this, and I'm literally going to have to go to promises. So, MacLeod wants a new strength midfield, as does Sims. His promise is being met because I bought MacLeod to strengthen midfield. He also wants to see improvements to coaching, and he wants to play centre midfield as a Mazzala. While Barker wants to play as a left winger, as inverted winger. And ooh boy, yeah, 303 days for the latter ones. But strengthen midfield, I don't know where I can really say we need strengthening at this point. And here's the thing, Alex Hunt's also really good. So we've got a lot of strong situations now. So I can say midfield's very, very strong. We've got Izzy Brown still. He's back another year. He's actually more of a winger than a central mid player. So we've got a lot of good wingers right now. Yeah. He's an inverted winger too. And I've got to say here now that if you told me that we can make this work, I probably would have laughed at you. But yeah, inverted winger support for Weech if we wanted to play him there. But I want to go attacker because this works. This works. Oh, and also one more thing. We brought Teden Mengai on loan from Manchester United at the beginning of the season, before the season even started. He looks very, very good for a centre defender. Fairly ambitious too, so he'll want to get better and better. He's worth 8.25 million. I can see United keeping an eye on him because he's going to be a player that can become a Premier League player in the future. I'm excited. I really am excited. And there's a lot of things we can look into and say, this is good. We didn't get Flynn, and this is why. Because this 19-year-old is that good. And I think we've got a very talented player in Mengai. The fact he's not played a single game yet says it all. And we're paying his wages 13,500. We're paying 15,500 for Flint. I think we've already made a bargain here. And we are definitely going to be doing better and better. And if we can get him on loan again next year, if that's a possibility, then it's great news. His contract, that's how much faith you need to have in this guy. He's got the contract until 2025. And we're paying just 500, it's about 500 we're not paying. So, he's good. Great pace. And he's consistent. It's the key for me. I needed a consistency. the only player that we have that we've signed that isn't consistent would have to be Barker, but that's about it. And yeah, his Huffer's not the best, but he can be a good championship player if we want him to be, or try it again to be. Whereas this guy could be we've got a potential possibility of getting a Premier League player in Marcelo. But Barker, yeah, his consistency wasn't what I was looking at initially. It wasn't very good, but apparently it's not an issue anymore? Question mark? I don't know. But yeah, he's not the best. He's apparently only good enough for League One. But I'm looking at his potential and seeing what we can go with it. And he can cut inside from the left wing, which makes him a good inverted winger, to be honest with you. So, good inverted winger, good inside forward too. And I'm very, very excited to see what we can do with this guy. I really am. But yeah, season preview. We are expected to be in 11th. And the board wants to get top half. So, this will be interesting. So yes, Southampton, West Brom and Palace went down. The teams that went up, in the end, Norwich did go up with Bournemouth and Brentford. Brentford, the only promoted side to be expected to go down. And I'll be honest, guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But I am surprised that we're expected to be in the top half. I didn't think we were that good, personally. But then again, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by some of the things we've seen now. We don't have strength in depth, if that makes sense. And yeah, apparently some players don't. Our work rate is an issue, as well as concentration, and we don't have a lot of great strength outside the first team. But that being said, we've got more positives than we do negatives, and that's a good sign. But I definitely think that this is a team that we can make work very, very well here. And we've got young players too. Bannon's on the bench, so he'll be upset, I think. He's declining. I could see him potentially leaving at some point. He's a very good, creative player, but he is starting to decline in the areas I want it to be. I'm going to have to need a deep roaming playmaker. I mean, he could play as Mazzard too, so I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. If anything, Mazzala might be something we can look into here, so roaming playmaker or Mazzala. Whereas the playmaker is literally the spearhead, the heartbeat of the team. The Mazzala is someone who will like to drift wide and operate in wide spaces. I don't know. But I think we need we got a playmaker in, advanced playmaker in Izzy Brown right now. That being said, he can go. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But Izzy Brown is someone I have a lot of faith in. I've got a lot of faith in him, and I think that he could be very, very good. And in fact, inverted winger, attack or support. So support seems to be where we need to go, potentially, if we want to get this full strength out of the team. But yes, we've got a lot of things we can be positive about. And, well, actually, club vision. Work within wage budget, we've cut it down from 370,000 to just 310,000. We were actually spending 390,000 at the end of last season, and we're now only spending 310,000 a week, and we've got 1 million in the transfer budget. So, despite everything, we've actually managed to make a lot of money and get things sorted out. We've also managed to improve our youth recruitment and junior coaching, so that's even better. But yeah, they want us to be in the top half, get to the fourth round of the FA Cup, third round of the League Cup, and work towards repairing the club's financial damage, which apparently we've passed. So, I don't know. It feels weird. Also, apparently it's a takeover that could be on the horizon. So, who knows what's going to happen here? If we get sacked, then it's the end of the series. So, could be fun. Could be fun. We're also expected to sign players under the age of 23, play attacking football and entertain football. Apparently they're satisfied with this, and they are not upset about attacking football anymore, and they're actually entertained by what we're doing now. So that's a thing. And in the meantime, the board loved me apparently for the signs I made with Josh Sims and Marcelo, especially if we can make a profit by both of them. We signed them for both. We've signed them, and we're paying them less than we should be expecting to, which is very, very promising. And I think we've got a good sign here. So, we've got our first game of the season against Millwall, who we beat last season once. I think we can beat them again. And it's just a matter of bits and pieces, you know. So we're gonna test something out. So let's tweak these around. I'm literally trusting my assistant with this because, well, why wouldn't I? It makes sense to try things out, you know. But I've got a lot of faith in this team that we have right now, and I feel like that there's a lot of potential to do things. And I think Alex Hunt this year will be the year we would make him to be one of our players that starts of the game. He's just got that talent about him right now, and I'm very excited to see what we can do. Did not really play him a lot. We only played him, 6 times last season? But, well, 8 times last season. But he's just got that something about him that makes me excited. Same with this guy, that Deli Bashiru. If we can get both him and Hunt to be very good midfielders, then we won't need to buy any more midfielders. But again, we just got to look at it and think, where can we go from here? I think we do better. And there's just a lot to be excited about right now with this team. Is it perfect? No, not really. But there's a lot to be excited about regardless. And actually, I actually kept Lee's, but he's now being paid only 6.75 grand instead of 25 grand. So that's a lot more money saved as well. Even if he's only good enough for League One apparently now. So, oops. So, we just got to be careful with that and try to ensure we don't screw up. But anyway, let's see what we can do against Millwall in our first game of the league campaign. As pretty much a lot of people are familiar with the tactical approach. And they like the fact that we're working the ball in the box. Agree with the tactical approach and the familiarity, and we're getting stuck in. So that's good. So, can we get a win against Millwall? I think we can. And there's a lot of things going well. So, we are the favourites too. So let's make sure we do this and that we get all 3 points. Because I think we've got a lot of things that can go our way here. First signings of the season I've truly made. And first game of the season. In our new campaign where we have got no boys deduction and we're expected to be top half. It could be exciting. You know when I said it could be exciting? We've not seen a single highlight even though we've had 7 shots. So take that as you will. Christ. Yeah, I'm not happy with this team so far. Come on, do better. We need to see some highlights. Okay, here we are. So we've got a highlight here. Van Aken's on the ball, and this feels... We've also reduced the average age to 25, which is kind of nice here. But here's Brown, Iorfa, here's Reach, now Whitburn, who's actually starting as a striker today, which says a lot. Brown, Iorfa, plays at the Reach, you could do some damage, finds Whitburn, Brown... We knew this. Good start to the season. 1-0. Opening game of the year. If we can get all 3 points, then that will be the perfect start. Just took us 10 minutes in the second half this time. And yes, Portsmouth are up here, along with Hull and Sunderland. So, Woodburn with the assist, Brown with the goal. It's the perfect response in the second half. Okay, so they got a chance. If they score from this, I'll be disappointed. We've made 3 changes. And they've almost scored. Matt Smith with the chance. Lee's actually playing today, so says it all. He's been terrible, though. I started to wonder if I made a mistake by bringing Lee's on. I also tried to get a tackle. Oh, no. He's disallowed. Okay, it's disallowed. I'm actually getting a bit concerned. Oh, no. We've actually made a mistake, potentially, of bringing Lee's on. He's way off, but you've got to say, though, why have we suddenly become a lot worse in defence as soon as we bring Lee's on? Disappointed by that. Even if we do get a 1-0 win, a bit of a concern at the end. And we deserve this win. Whitburn was pretty good. And we brought in Sims for his debut too. Marcelo was pretty good in his debut, and I'm very excited to see what we can do. And with Brown back in the team as well, we've got a lot of good things to look forward to, I feel. I'm just really excited because I generally don't know what to expect anymore. And for me, it's one of the most exciting things to not know what's going to happen next. We do have a difficult game next time, but I won't show you the game because I'm going to go further forward in the season because it's West Brom and I don't really feel like taking on West Brom. Don't need to rush any debuts at all. We've got 3 players making their debuts today. Apparently he's awestruck. I don't know why you're awestruck with me, but okay. It was a very complete performance though, and I am very, very happy with some of the things we're doing. Because if we have some of this again, we're going to be good. So when we're going to come the next time, I think we'll be looking at international break, Bristol City. I think that'll be a good starting point to see where we are at that point. And we'll see if we've been Blackburn and got through to the 3rd round of the League Cup as well in that time as well. So Bristol City will be the ideal place to come back to. Even if we got West Brom Watford next, I don't want to do those games. But Bristol City, we did beat last time, twice. But we're back to normal, I like to think, at long last. Like, this season feels like it's back to normal. It's not just rushing and all that stuff, you know? So, oh, good stuff, good stuff. Also, I will say this, we've made some changes in the staff too, because I feel like talking about it. We brought Mark Thomas in as the chief scout. We brought Paul Robinson in as a coach. We brought in João Trujillo as the assistant manager. I mean, he's very, very good. Man management and assist ability and potential, very high. Much higher than James Beattie, who has only had 9 and 9 for those. Even Beattie was a great coach. I'm going to show you the fact that I've actually changed my head of youth development to Richard Money. Now, why have I changed the Money? Personality, perfectionist. And that is the best personality for a head of youth development. I don't know how it's going to go down. We've given him 4 years, a 4-year contract. He's a 4-4-2 fan, so it may not be the best for formation or for the players in some certain areas. I will acknowledge that. But I'm excited to see what he can produce and who we can bring for the academy, because he's got very good stats at 15, 15, 15 in the areas we need to be. So, very, very exciting stuff, and I'm going to be looking forward to see how we do there. I'm also going to see this because I want to check this out, as we got 64% possession. We're down to 9th. This was 19 million last year. It's now 13.6. I'm very, very happy. But I'm actually going to end this here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys will like and share this video and let you subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out a lot. And until next time, goodbye and good night.